It was a frequent sight in the 80s and 90s, and it's continued on till today.
I'll be back, Spot. Don't press the button. I'm going to go use the bathroom real quick.
As we welcome you to Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Short throw caught by Pitts. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Just one catch for him last week in the wild card win, but getting involved early here and picks up the first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. A great
I cannot believe he caught that shit.
40 yards. And the Commanders are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. They'll run with a second-round pick from April's draft. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Now 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Buchanan. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
On 3rd down, it's Buchanan. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. That's taken on the 25. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there.
I didn't hear a word you said, Bunk. What were you saying? Oh.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They have to be thrilled with
I'm
that
doing
first
my...
time they got him the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents. And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
Right back to him on 1st down. And some room to roam now. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 52 yards rushing for him now.
That wasn't me. That wasn't me.
I don't care what the game plan was coming in. After these runs,
you're running it, right?
you make sure you keep circling on your play sheet, running plays that are working, and keep patting those big offensive linemen on the back. They're doing a great job.
Goes without saying the defense is going to have to adjust to it.
In a big way.
And he'll score. Touchdown, Commanders. An 18-yard touchdown grab.
It's only the first quarter, man.
Off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0.
Shut up, India.
Out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. Pushing his way through. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. When you're down early, how do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Here we go, shot. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
From the 48-yard line, here's the 2nd down and 6.
Come on, set.
The slot man in motion right. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Let Bunk be Bunk, okay?
Now 3rd down and 7.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll drop to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 34-yard line.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And Wilson with it, complete. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 33 yards that time.
Seems like all the fireworks in this 1st quarter have been on the other sideline, but here they're saying, hey, we've got some explosive guys on our side too. And that's a big play in a game that's looking like it might be full of big plays.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Corners are known for their ability to cover, but those that'll stick their nose in against the running game, that's a bonus for any team. And what a nice play right there, tackling him for a loss.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Hey, check that street. Check out.
And they'll run again. And he's not going too far. In fact, stopped dead in his tracks at the 3. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
This Washington defense, they've stood tall the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal.
No, I didn't.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
So a conservative decision there, but it does put him on the board.
And I know the players hate it and the coaches hate it, but sometimes you just got to take the points when they're there. Sometimes a field goal is pretty darn good.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Now back to throw. Open man right side is his running back. It's complete downfield. A gain there of 30 big ones.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed, because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number 1, it's easy for him to get lost. And number 2, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball's right on the money and leads to a big play.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's a 2nd and 7. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Commanders continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll set up a throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw here. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Back to throw now on 1st down. This one finds Wilson downfield. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. He got 29 yards that time.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half.
He was just on here. You might have to call his phone.
Out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move.
Jay Steele.
And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Good defense.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
They'll try the left side. Buchanan. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
This is a critical sequence.
He said something in the chat.
Offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far.
Yeah.
This could be their chance to get back into it.
Look, Swanee said something in the chat.
Punch this ball in.
Did you do half pass or what did you?
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown.
Let me text him.
Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the 49ers are able to cut into that deficit. The call
I ain't gonna tell him all that, but I'll tell him you out here. Shut up.
It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's
you can tell him yourself.
The 49ers ready to
shut up, Jay Will. It's still the first half.
And Hall not going to bring this one out. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
2nd and 9. They're going to look to throw. Open man down the field. This is Mitchell. And he's able to get it all the way down to the 20. Big yardage that time for Washington. 49 yards. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw.
Shit. You see the way he saw the way he got caught up in the animation.
Washington taking it in from the 20 as his guys have a very comfortable lead. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. Well, even on a passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice gain.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points. Extra point safely through, and the lead is up to 18 now. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up a screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Taken from just outside the 30. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
Now a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to float this over the middle deep. That's caught inside the 20. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A huge play there for Washington. 55 yards.
I'll tell you what, this is not going to be a fun discussion at halftime for this defense. They've been absolutely taken advantage of in the first half. And here's another play for big yardage.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
Track at 60.
Again, he'll drop to throw. They still can't get it. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. And that sack brings up 4th and goal, a loss of 7. Big play. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the 49ers are going to get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
79 Broncos. Here we go. Ready?
He'll drop to throw. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Sack.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's go now. Trap 60.
They'll look to throw here. This is caught. Nice job defensively to hold them to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And his kick here is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
Well, you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game. And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 44 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Ready. Warrior 70. Buffalo 18. Ready.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A very solid gain of 27. Now a play fake here on first down. It'll buy some time right. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Niners are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And not willing to risk a return. This ball is going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead. It's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn...
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Niners take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And Hall not going to bring this one out. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And the Niners get there and bring him down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
Well, certainly going to be a lot tougher adding a touchdown to that lead now since they're facing 2nd and 20+. Big-time sack to start the drive and put the opponent way back. Let's see what kind of play call they come up with here.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he's going to get this down inside the 40 before he's finally ridden out of bounds. Big yardage that time for Washington. 43 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Commanders go up by 2 touchdowns. The extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now up to 14. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one. Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride. And he was able to run free after the catch.
Let's go now. Let's go.
They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide wide open, complete. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. A big play there, with now his second touchdown of this third quarter. And the 49ers have got it back to within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
They'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's going to go up top again. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. A great play there, with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the 49ers take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 111 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this divisional round matchup. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Short throw caught by Pitts. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Here's a 2nd and 5. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Past the 20. 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. A great effort there. With now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Commanders have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Able to get away. And he's going to be taken down. He's sacked on the final play of this 3rd quarter. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
Let's go now.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
They'll drop to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the 49ers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Both these teams fighting for their playoff lives. All tied, 4th quarter as the kick is away here. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And as a fan of the NFL, not much more you could hope for in this divisional round matchup. Tie game, fourth quarter. A lot of these fans with their hearts in their throats waiting to see what happens here. 170 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. They'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Well, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Here's 2nd and 8. Short throw caught by Pitts. They find some open field here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Talk about a momentum shifter right there. Tie game, fourth quarter. These are the plays that win you games. And now defensively, the question becomes, how do you respond?
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Hands it off out of the gun. They juked him, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle, and they will take a 7-point lead. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this is a unit that needs to get in gear if they want to play for a conference championship next weekend. Down 7 here in the 4th, and a very critical drive upcoming. And Wilson with it, complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good pickup there, 26 yards. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll set up a throw. He's going to get this one out to his fullback.
Well, they've certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. It just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. This one deep for Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Commanders come through with a 4th down stand. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now, their friend, is touchdown, Washington. A big play there. 56 yards. And the Commanders are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this 4th quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round. And they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. A good start there on 1st down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Ready.
Back to throw again. Going right side here, and that's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Looking to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Flushed out right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Buchanan. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Niners have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
And a penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
And the ball moved up here now to 2nd and 7 following the penalty. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
There he goes again. He may go.
Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. 67 yards.
And the Commanders use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. So it's a high five for that one. His 5th rushing touchdown of the game as he draws ever nearer to potentially making a run at an NFL record.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away.
I have no words. That was pure bullshit.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
That was pure bullshit.
Field position as they finally get to him, but just shy of the midfield stripe.
Pure bullshit.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off,
That's the spark that they needed.
That was
That's
pure
the spark they were
bullshit. That's
looking
what it
for.
was.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Back to throw now on first down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this one is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
But just over a minute to go.
And I can't defend the run no better than that. That's ridiculous. That was ridiculous.
They'll set up to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Still going inside the 20. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. I suppose it wasn't out of the realm of possibility that we could have seen a comeback, but that touchdown should put any hopes of a comeback out of reach. It's been a really quality effort for him here in this one.
And no matter what else you think, you have to admire the initiative to finish things off their way. Don't leave anything to chance, no matter how small the odds of a comeback were. Send it home with a touchdown and get to celebrating.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
What? No, I know. I know you're not talking to me.
It's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half is...
It don't matter. Game over. Shit.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over.
Bullshit-ass runs they gave to you.
Tomorrow.
2nd and 11. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to let it go again.
And that's going to be incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
79 Broncos.
One final shot. They'll look to throw.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one.
Should have
last throw intercepted. And the Commanders come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. The Commanders are moving on as we say goodnight, everybody.